Hello, Wastelanders! It's Jewel Smith playing Fallout 4, where I am Fiona, General of the Minutemen, and I'm here at Boston Airport. This will be officially the very last settlement tour video of my settlement tour series that started this channel and all of my streaming. Now, I previously visited the Boston airport in episode 22, and that was way back before I had ever unlocked it. I had never done any Brotherhood things, and so I was unable to open the workshop and do anything here. But then I figured out that I would be able to destroy the Prydwen, and so that's what I did, and you can see a video of that on my channel. And then after I destroyed the Prydwen, I was able to come here and unlock this as a settlement. And yes, John and I are sitting in the car. I did not scrap the car at the settlement. And I was able to put an airplane seat into it. And he will sit there. And I can sit here and we can pretend that we are driving a car. Oh my goodness, isn't that funny? And I put a little stoplight out there, a couple of stoplights. Hey John. You take requests. Okay, here, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take that off of him. Aw, so we can see his cute little raisin face. Alright, I will climb out of the car. And there we are. There I am. And here's Boston Airport. I haven't done much with it because there is not much room to do anything. Let's turn it on and I'll show you. See, the size bar is already full. And yes, I know there's ways I can drop guns and then either store them or scrap them and it will reduce the hotbar. But you know, if you do that too much, at least in my experience, you start getting glitches and lag and stuff happening. So I just don't bother. And I'm on PS4. I don't have mods or anything. This is the size of the settlement. It's all filled up. You'll see there that it's got a power of 100. There's a generator. It's got water, no food, happiness of 81, and 2 people living here. Now, I've had some people tell me that it's not possible to send settlers out here, but I will show you otherwise. There's one right there. And she is assigned to guard duty because there's nothing else that I can assign her to. Here, under resources, you just have water, no food. And I have all of the expansions for the game, and normally I would be able to build a garden plot, but here at Boston Airport it does not give me the possibility of building a garden plot. So I do have water but no food. Now, how do they eat, you say? Well, I'm not entirely sure. It doesn't seem to be affecting their happiness. See, I mean, happiness of 81 is pretty good. That's as good as it gets at most of my settlements. And if you look on the map here, it is linked to Nordhagen, and through Nordhagen, all of my other settlements. So it's possible that they can subsist off of the extra food coming in from other settlements. It is also possible that they're subsisting off the food I stored here for them. Let me show you. In the workshop, I brought a bunch of extra food here. There's carrots, corn, gourds, melons, mute fruit. I stocked up on a bunch of food for them, and they seem to be happy enough. But it's not a very large settlement site. Let me turn it on again. You know, you basically get this patch of pavement here. It goes out to here. And that's it. Now, the border goes along this back wall here, but does not include the back wall, so like I can't scrap that painting or anything. I was able to put some gun turrets and missile turrets out there on the very edge. This little bit that kind of overhangs. But I can't do anything with this stuff. Oh hey, there's another one of my settlers. What are you doing up here, buddy? But you see there, if I step over this edge, I'm suddenly no longer in the workshop mode. See, you can't see the green line, but if I step over it, oh, right there, then I'm no longer in workshop mode. Alright, you, sir, need to come down here. I wondered where you were. I'm gonna assign him to one of these. I guess I'll assign him to this one. Because that's really all they can do, since I can't build shops here. Let me show you that. If I see, there's no cash register. You see that? There's no cash register, so there's no building of shops here at all. There's some crafting. See, I've got... Oh, Bunker Hill took care of itself. You know, I've got the power armor station and armor workbench, weapons workbench. I was able to build a weight bench, which is being used by Ghost right now. And oh, there's the provisioner in the postal uniform, but he's actually a resident of Nordhagen. Oops, wrong button. He's a resident of Nordhagen. See there? So he's coming from Nordhagen to here. He doesn't live at the airport. But yeah, I mean, so yeah, I cannot build food here, but I can definitely send settlers here. So okay, here's my headcanon story. You ready? The Minutemen have made this a little outpost. You'll know from watching my settlement tour series that the Mechanist lair, which is not very far away, the Mechanist lair is where I manufacture weapons and armor and ammunition. So I figure here's the castle down here. The best thing to do would be to take all the weapons and armor and whatnot and bring it out, because Mechanist lair is actually linked to Robco Sales and Service Center, which is right here next to the airport. So what we would do is bring all of our ammo and whatnot through Robco and leave by boat and transport it to the castle or wherever else it needed to be shipped throughout the wasteland. And then this can also be a little bit of a stop. See, I can build... I've got the caravan stop here. And Trash Can Carlo was here the other day, so I know it works. So this is basically just kind of a little central stopping point. Not really so much of a settlement. But I also was thinking that because it's located not too far from the railroad headquarters, it would be another place where synths could be moved through this area. I'm not huge friends with the railroad. I did the Minutemen ending, not the railroad ending, but you know, I stay out of the railroad's way. That's fine. So, you know, I've got a couple of lanterns here along with my Minutemen statue. And in my mind anyway, she's a member of the railroad, and she hangs out here to help any synths that come along. They can crash in this bus here. She can outfit them with weapons and clothing if they need it. She sleeps here. A little stew pot. She's got some supplies for them if they need it. So she's helping the railroad here. And then the other dude up there, he's in Minuteman uniform. And I've got little Minuteman barracks here. He's got a little bed and a footlocker. And he's got supplies if he needs to help people in the wasteland. Some board games there if anybody's bored. Right, so it's just kind of a little way station, if you will, for anyone passing through. Now over here, if you haven't seen my other videos, there's the wreckage of the Prydwen that we destroyed, the Minutemen and I. And I can't use any of the rest of the airport, which doesn't really make much sense realistically, but, you know, it is what it is. Hey, John. He's still hanging out in the car. You can follow me now.
Come on.
Come on. Come on out.
You know, we figure out how to do it.
Alright, then what I built up here, for no reason at all, other than for funsies. It's a little go-kart track. We have little race cars. They don't actually go up and down the tracks, but let's just pretend they do. So we have little go-karts. And we have little go-kart races. Why not? Why not? Why the heck not? So that's what this is. This is for the go-karts here. And, you know, basketball hoop. Sure. See, back here is where the water pump is. And the generator. Some floating debris. There were counters here, and I scrapped them, and I guess the debris didn't go with them. These doors don't work anyway. So there you go. Just a little tour of what I've done with Boston Airport, which isn't much because I don't have much room here. But like I said, that's my headcanon. It's just a little way station for the Minutemen and the railroad and the caravans and anyone else in the wasteland that needs a little help. You know what we don't have here? I don't see bathrooms. How in the world did I build a settlement? John, how did I build a settlement without a bathroom? I gotta have a bathroom. Is there room to build a bathroom? Or at least an outhouse, maybe? How could I have a settlement without an outhouse? Where should we put the outhouse? Over here? Over here? You think they can reach it back there? I don't want to put it right next to the statue. Where can we put it? Alright, I think we need to put it out here, but let's move this heavy machine gun. Let's see. We'll just put it right there. We'll put it out here. How about that? Gotta have a bathroom. Oh, it says nothing more can be built. So that's it, huh? Can't do anything else. Alright, unless we use the trick. Here, I'll just drop this. Maybe that'll be enough to just get a little toilet bench in there. If not a door. Okay. Let's go on here. So let's scrap this. Oh, that got us some back. Well, like I said, I don't like to do that very often. But, come on, for a bathroom, we got to. There we go. Alright. There we go. Gotta have a bathroom. Alright, so that's it. I've done all the settlements in the game. Crystal says, so bittersweet. Yes, it is, isn't it? The settlement tours are what started me streaming from PlayStation 4. And now I've reached the end, my last settlement tour. Of course, I'll still be streaming videos. I've got to stream more Skyrim. And then possibly play some other games. And maybe even play Fallout 4 over again from the beginning. Since I didn't stream my actual gameplay the first time through. Yep, John's gonna have a seat, huh? Alright, babe. There we are. Hancock and Fiona. King and Queen of the Wasteland. Alrighty, well, I guess I have to let it go. I have to say I'm done. I have to stop now. I don't have any more Fallout to do. Crystal says, I definitely would watch you playing Fallout 4 and streaming it. I refuse to give up on the idea. Aw, thank you. Well, you know, if I played it through one more time, it would be very different than the way I played with Fiona. Now, I've streamed some of the gameplay with Fiona. I streamed Nuka World and Vault Tech, and, you know, I streamed the destruction of the Prydwen and some of the things I did later in the game. But the main storyline, I had not streamed. But if I played over again, it would be very different, because I wouldn't want to play as Fiona again. I would want to create a different character and do things I hadn't done the first time. I'd probably want to be a raider. Go to Nuka World early in the game and take over all the settlements and make them raider settlements, maybe. Oop, John's gonna get in the car again. Hey, John. There you go. Alright, well, thanks for hanging out with me. We'll see you next time. Whatever that next time may be.